Let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common, but one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Here we go. 15 on it. 36.
Check 99. Check 99.
Out.
Check 50. 50.
6 guy. Check 6 guy.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Mike 58, right there.
Showing eight. Undercrunch. Watch the twist. Wide. Get wide. Check.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Check pass. Shit.
Watch twist. Safe. Kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check 3.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 77 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like 2 boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's filling them in the offensive backfield.
Check him, check him. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
Hey, 34. Mike, 34. Here we go, here we go. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Bravo.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play that time for the Colts. 57 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Hatchet. Go. He's coming. We got
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
That's a gain of 2.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Watch the safety creep.
They'll drop the throw. Going for it all. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Go.
Watch Mike.
Here we go.
To throw again. Dixon. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch the curl.
Back to throw. Dixon. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
SOS. Watch the edge.
2nd and 5. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it. But you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
58, go. 58, it's Mike. Check Mike.
They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that 2nd play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch.
Let's go, baby.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check. Slam.
Off the play fake. Dixon. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Switch up, switch up. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Hey, Charlie. Safety's creeping. Mike 52. And watch that. And watch the ball.
Off play action. Dixon. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go.
Now Chubb running right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They run again on first down. Chubb fighting through it. He's got space. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Break. Hey, exit. Mike 52.
Throwing on first down. Dixon. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Robertson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Dixon.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Following the penalty, Chubb. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run with Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots have retaken the lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
Check 3.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking for Campbell downfield. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 85 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal, give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Back to the air on second down. Dixon. Throw left side complete. That's Robertson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
70 Indians. Coming. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Line down.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Come on, D.
He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this down. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Go. Go. Let's go. Mike 34. Okay, double up. 34.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Check.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. And to give this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Where'd he go? Exit.
He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Okay, ready? 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Cut.
A give running right is Chubb, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, it's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have them pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
That'll be a New England first down and gain of 12. Right back to him on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a give right side. It's Floyd. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Over the middle, complete. It's Stokes. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They run. Chubb. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
Back now in Indianapolis. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Kill. 36. Check 99. Check 99. Out. Check 50. Oh, 6 guys.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Check 50. Show it. Undercrunch. Hayward.
Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Let's go. Let's do it.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Watch the twist.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a give, right side. Floyd. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike by two. Wildville.
Mike 52.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Gay knocks this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But still time left for a final drive.
Did they, Don? They managed the clock exactly right.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous.
Watch twist.
He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Gotta get the point. Get on the point.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Shift, 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 shift. Slam, slam.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
58, come on. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Tonight's final score, Colts 32, Patriots 27.